Here I'm showing you a proof of concept, tinyML.js. This is the website, the GitHub. If we click on that, we go to the main index, and then this so far is the main page, which is right there. And on this page, you've got the ability to load saved files. That's with any microcontroller that we get data into this text area right here. We can save the file with a file name and a label name. I'm going to change this to flat at the moment, and I'm also going to, I always put numbers in front of stuff. So one flat probably should be 0 because it's the first one. So what I'd like to do is show you web serial where we connect. Here's our Nano 33 BLE, and we can connect it and we can start sending data. Now, it does have a program that's written. The actual program's right here, and the main basic concept is going to be print lines. Serial print line, that's just printing the headings. Acceleration X, Y, and Z. So that data is pretty messy, and there's a clean button here, but I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to train this and just keep this data. And then I'll start it again, get some new, and the thing's flat. I could wiggle it around a little bit to add some, some different bit of data. And it's quite quick, I think. Oh, and there's the chart. Shows you a little bit of the wiggling. So what I've done is I've kept 3 bits of data there. Oh, I never saved any of them. Not that big a deal this time. So now I'm going to change it to one side. If I was saving, I would change that to side. I guess on this one, I'll show it to you. So now I'm going to flip this over to its side. Once again, doesn't have to be perfect. And grab the data, keep the data. And this is what happened if I was saving it. I'd save it, it pops down there. But now I'm going to grab a new batch of data. Let's change its position slightly. Grab a new batch of data. Once again, keep it. And by the way, when I hit keep, it is keeping the data right there. And I'm going to save it and show you what happens here. It adds a 1 to it. And that's kind of important because every file has to have its own name. So there I keep that. I'm also going to save that. See, that one has a 2. So now I've got some data. I've got labels in the correct order. Curious if that's putting in a blank. Shouldn't. Nope. And now I'm going to train it. So we first convert, we could click this. That's just double checks that everything's written properly. Nope. There were some issues with 2 of them, so it deleted some extra lines or added some zeros in one of these. And now I'm going to train the model. Convert to tensor. There we go. It's giving me its shape and everything. The 6's just mean 6 samples. And this is important that it starts showing the loss. If that didn't work, you could open up Control-Shift-I, open up the console and see what's the problem. Anyway, I've only got it training for 99. You could change the learning rate, change those, retrain, not retrain, add to the training. So say I wanted to add 10 more, and it says it's going from 0, but you'll notice the actual data, the loss is getting better. So here I'm just training a little bit more, and my accuracy is crazy good, mainly because there's not a lot of dirt in these samples. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on its side, collect more data. Okay, this one I might have to clean it, and I'm going to classify it. And it classified it, the predicted label is on its side, 100%. So let's put it flat again and grab some data. check out, I'm going to have to clean it again. And this one is flat, 99%. That's basically what we do with machine learning all the time. The nice thing about this now is we can start looking at slightly different config. I'm just going to hold it here, or I'm going to move it a little bit. So I'm going to, yeah, see it's quite a bit different. Let's see what it gets. And this here's a learning point. It says it's flat, which it was kind of flat at 64%, 36% on its side. Done. We can still choose some files that you've saved. Let me just show you those side ones I saved, how they show up. Here they are, all the ones on the side. Notice this is 2, 1, and 0. If we open that, it tells me the order. It adds them. Oop, a little bit of a glitch there where it didn't add one of the sides. And that's the kind of thing I'm going to work on in the next little while to improve. I really need some other data to be able to train it because you need 2 labels for it to train. A couple of other things here is how many things it counted, the total number of counts, number of samples that you can always clean the data, and basically a single web page that does machine learning. On your cell phone, you can use this to get the acceleration data. And if you go back to the main index, I'm working on something for the laptops, which does mouse motion, where basically anything you put in this box you can train, and so it just puts your mouse motion, X and Y, in the box. You could train on that. So you could do sideways, you could do down, down, train, train, and make it a machine learning model. And that's about it. So a couple advanced things here. Once you've connected your serial port, once you've trained your model, I've got it at a loss of that amount, accuracy. Let's just try a couple things here. So I'm going to grab some data. I'm going to clean it. Let's clean it again. And it's flat, 99% flat. Yes, it is flat. But check out, this LED is not on. And now let's try it on its side, collect some data, clean it, classify, and watch the little light. It's on its side. Now that light is on. So now I'm communicating back with the microcontroller. And that's just a final step in the code here. It just sends, it's like this. It sends the letter A or sends the letter B to the microcontroller, turning on or off the LED. A couple of other fancy things. This is not on the basic program that's right here. That's as simple as possible to get you a sense of how to do it. It's on the more advanced program, which is right here, and shows you some more advanced things you can do with the Nano 33 BLE Sense. And what I'm going to do, just quickly show you, the first one is called Fancy, and all it's doing is just getting the proximity sensor. Notice it has changed. This is old data here. Notice it has changed the number of senses to 1. So it's sensing one thing, and what this does is it grabs your proximity. So I'll move this way. Let's see if I can grab a 1 on it. There's a 0 is going whatever direction that was. So that's one of the senses on the Nano 33, but this is the fancy one. It does all the senses. And you get a crazy chart here. Now that's looking pretty boring, but watch what happens when I now move my hand over it. And there's one of those gaps that the clean and trim would fix. So check it out. It's grabbing a ton of data that you can machine learn and change the code if you're not interested in all of it. And at the moment, it's telling how many senses it's grabbing. Anyway, a little more advanced stuff there, and remember to have fun.